It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Bills, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his fourth season in the NFL.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
To throw is Howard. Throwing to start the drive. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Howard going deep for Diggs. And this one is incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Looking to throw. Howard. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Taken down right now at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Howard. Going to throw on third and goal. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, now you're down a touchdown right away.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I've got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. is incomplete. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. First down. Here's Burrow. Finds his tight end Ingram. On second down, here's Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. Howard to throw on second down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Again, Patterson. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Howard to throw on third down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Howard. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Howard now looking to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, 35 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go low, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Again, it's Burrow. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Burrow will throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped 10 yards. First down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. On first down, going back to Patterson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Howard. It'll go as a gain of 4, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Position was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Back to throw. Howard. He rifles one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. To throw is Howard. Throwing on first down. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Patterson on the draw play. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Patterson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Here's Howard to throw on second down. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Looking to throw. Howard. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 39, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say,
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Ingram. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow got a man open. It's Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, Burrow. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins from 8 yards out. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Thank you. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Howard on first down. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Howard. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score. Now Burrow on first down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. McPherson's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, BG, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. What a weekend this is going to be. Super wildcard weekend. This, the first of 6 games set to be played. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs doing battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Inside handoff to Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now Howard throwing to start the drive. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. Howard escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Operating from the gun, Howard, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So that potentially a turning point here in this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
McPherson on for the point after. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Howard now throwing after the interception. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Running the counter, Patterson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll go again with Patterson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Howard on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And again, this Buffalo defense there and run support to stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's Howard off the play fake. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted, a loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that, would broke off his pass rush and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
A handoff to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got Green. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bills ready to take over. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding Knox there, complete. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Howard from the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bengals set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now it's Mixon running right. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So much of this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And the reception made by Green. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Mixon again, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now out come the Bills. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
Nifty move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 71 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Patterson again. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Howard. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Give him 18 on the play.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mixon running wide side. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They're passing here. Joe Burrow finding Green, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in-game plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. They could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. There, that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Uncorks one for Davis. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Burrow's throw taken in by Green here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Able to find Higgins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Burrow. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
McPherson now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. That time a 9-play drive. And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Yeah, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. And here come the Bills. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first, game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. A very solid gain of 27.
Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with it.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Tossing out right here to Patterson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Howard. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go.
Dorsey.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And his dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Butker's kick here is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And out now, here come the Bengals.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's complete. It's Green here. Burrow on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
This pass into the hands of Green going across the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. He's got Green. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit, because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
A field goal on this drive would extend the game. A touchdown, of course, would win it. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mick. Now the ball comes loose. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Pardon, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.